before anyone makes the bold claim, no, this is not the same shirt I wore on Monday. But really, it's not. See, believe it or not, the other shirt that looks very similar to this is has like a yellow, like horizontal line, like going this way. So that shirt has 3 colors, whereas this one just simply has, black and white. I'd like to point that out. I just want to get that settled, just because on the odd chance I wind up wearing like similar looking shirts within several days of each other. Don't want anyone to think I'm like not washing my clothes. Of course I'm washing my clothes. I mean, I'm a grown man. I can be responsible, and being responsible is doing your own laundry. So there we go. So how about we talk about last night's episode of AGT, because you're in for a treat when the episode starts off with one of the staff members of AGT pushing out like a desk with a mirror that was actually decorated like any girl would decorate their desk at home. And then the contestant comes out of the desk unfolding herself, and you're just interested, a little disturbed, a little cringy, and want to know what act is going to follow this. Yeah. So last night was awesome. Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. Actually, before I saw America's Got Talent, I did actually watch a movie I hadn't seen before, but I just didn't really have the time to do the movies. I'll get to it eventually. Here's to hoping I do that. I'll probably do that later, I guess. Right. So I already just talked about the first act of the evening. That was Emerald Gordon. Again, I'm probably going to be yawning in and out a lot just because, after when AGT ends, it's really kind of late for me. So let's see. I need to remember what other acts were there. There was one like sort of stint where they were showing like technically they're a cappella groups, but there was like one barbershop, and I love me a barbershop quartet, but I get why they didn't move on. So when they show off this one trio of singers called the Resound, I'm thinking, okay, four singers working together didn't make it. How is 3 going to be? Okay, that's how 3 is going to be better. It was a very good performance nonetheless. Okay, let's see. There's other acts there. Let's see. There was that one Mandala count girl who was was a really good dancer. That was actually a very interesting act. I liked that a lot. Let's see. There's the singer from, I forget what country she's from. It's one of the it's like a European country, but for the life of me I can't remember the name of it. Not Uzbekistan, not Kazakhstan. Hold on, I gotta look it up for a moment. If I can just no. I think, I'm trying to look up where she is. Hold on a second. Darn it. Unfortunately, what I'm finding, some of it's in, her language, but I can't remember what. Oh, well, I'm sure, if you saw last night's episode, you know exactly what country I'm referring to. But, she was good. It wouldn't be AGT without a child like that singing. even though we've had several so far, not just this year, but over the last several years. Speaking of singers, Selena's performance of the song Mercy by Shawn Mendes, that was really good. The Acrobats from India, that was really good. Although that was actually something that Heidi Klum, I think, pointed out after what was the name of the group? The Shakir and Rihanna, the two people that were dancing or whatever. Like, we were just treated to The Unbeatable, not only getting far in America's Got Talent, but they won America's Got Talent, the champions. So, needless to say, these two guys had to really, really, sell themselves, and they did. So, I can't complain. They say that, this is going to sound really silly, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know about that, but an old person can tell funny jokes. So, yeah, 80-year-old comedian, Marty Ross. He was funny. Very funny. Although, I'll be honest, he actually is one of those old people that, and I don't mean, any disrespect when I say old people, but, normally when you get older, you either look like your age or you don't. And this guy did not look like he was 80 years old. In fact, the part of me thought that maybe he just put up the 80-year-old thing as a way to, add to his comedy wish. Some comedians actually do that. I mean, but, I think there was just something really warm about this guy that made me think, okay, this guy's pretty good. Can't really say anything bad about him. Okay, before I get to the Golden Buzzer, there's one act I didn't talk about yet, and that is, actually there's two acts I didn't talk about, and I'm pretty sure they were both no's. One was the Dementi brothers, who I think got to move on. I forget. But basically, okay, this magic performance was just so... I mean, yeah, again, magician never revealed a secret, but come on, I could tell exactly what was going on. All they did was, move around a handkerchief, but they did it in a way where you would think it went somewhere else. But, it didn't. Basically, the level of magic was about like this. No hands. See? See? It was like, hold on. It was like that. Really, it was, it was funny how, I guess their humor is part of the charm because, they had, pre-recorded, answers for anyone to ask them questions. So, it's one of those performances that you really have to see to believe, I guess. Speaking of performance, you have to see to believe. Apparently, America's Got Talent set a record for a guy tearing off 30 t-shirts in the span of a minute, which, yeah, that's impressive, but that's a waste of perfectly good t-shirts. I get why some people like to do that to show off scrum. Although, it was funny that the guy asked Terry Crews to do it with him. To do a little contest. Plus, after Terry was done, he could do this. Oh yeah, I can do that too. I just showed off doing it on Sunday morning. If jumping into Cuca Lake was any indication. But, yeah. Sorry, I'm just eyeing this one cowlick I have right here. Good thing I set up a hair appointment soon. So, yeah, I remember to do that. Actually, my next haircut's going to be in less than a week. So, yeah. Right before a certain video that I always do. Can't wait for that. And now we get into the Golden Buzzer by a really good singer named Christina Ray. Now, her story was actually quite, moving. She, for a while, she was homeless and lived in her car with her son because, she's a single mom. And here's the thing. I was convinced she was going to get the golden buzzer, partly because it was near the end of the episode and they didn't do the golden buzzer moment yet, because that's normally when they save the golden buzzer, but I digress. Normally, they have the golden buzzer at the end, and I knew she was going to get it because they didn't do it yet. But I didn't expect Simon to be like, can we hear your second song? And I thought her first song was great. I mean, I thought Simon was going to pull a fast one and be like, can we hear your next song when you move on because you got a yes from me? I would like to see one of the judges do that once. That wouldn't be bad. But anyway, Heidi Klum asked, are you ready for this? And she's pointing at the golden buzzer, which, if I was ever a judge on AGT, I do have one golden buzzer related line I would use. But again, 100 million things have to go right before I'm even remotely near the America's Got Talent stage. So, what on earth would I know? And, that was pretty much all the important acts they showed on America's Got Talent, which I'm glad I saw them, but, okay, full disclosure. There's actually one guy from my area. I don't actually know this guy personally. But to give you this guy's backstory, he's from my area, and he's actually a blind piano player. I think he's blind anyway, because I've seen him play the piano before, but I didn't really read too much into how he performed. Anyway, he actually made it to the America's Got Talent stage, and not just this week, but last week too. They were supposed to actually show how he did. And they haven't really done that yet. I'm thinking maybe next week is when they finally do it. Because right during the credits of this particular episode of America's Got Talent, they showed the golden buzzer you've been waiting for. A part of me's thinking, maybe it's this guy. And if you're from my area and you watch America's Got Talent, you know who I'm talking about is, and, well, you know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to reveal who it is. But I'm sure some of you know exactly who I'm talking about. I mean, they haven't shown him yet, which is kind of bummed me out because I have been looking for him. Especially given the story, if he doesn't get the golden buzzer, I'd be stunned. It's a guy. So that part you can give away, I guess. And I did sort of give away what his talent was. So, well, you'll know, if they ever actually do show it on TV, you'll know exactly which act I'm referring to. Or who knows, maybe they might actually, because sometimes on YouTube, America's Got Talent, I see sneak previews of what performances are going to be happening this week, which, that's cool and everything. But I don't really watch them just because I'd rather see the entire performance, them walking on stage, them talking to the judges, them doing whatever their talent is, the judges saying yes and no, quite possibly whether or not they get the golden buzzer. I'd rather wait until the actual night they air it, which for me is going to be, at least in the case of this guy, hopefully a week from now. So here's hoping they actually show him off, which I would like to see. I mean, probably because, again, the guy's, technically the area I'm referring to is more like near the Finger Lakes, particularly like Watkins Glen, maybe Hammondsport area. So, I say my area. It's really only my area because it's not really that far from where I live, is what I'm trying to get at. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing, I hope they show it off. If they end up not doing that, there's lots of acts that move on they never show. And there's lots of acts that don't move on that they do show. So, at this point, it's completely up in the air. Okay. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platform. I'm trying to make it on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys watching Joy Fan. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful hump day. And remember, if you guys want to talk or channel with me here to London, I'll also be back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.